Hello everyone, good morning, good afternoon and good evening to you all. Welcome along to No Creek Farms. Make sure we've got everything running as it should. We've got sound, we've got video, and we've got Jesse, Farmson, Peyton and Bota already in chat. So welcome to you guys, nice to see you all. Right, looking pretty perfect there. How is everyone? A bit of a bonus stream. We're stuck at home. It's lockdown 2.0 for New Zealand, so here I am bringing you some extra content and on one of our favourite maps, No Creek Farms. So we've got the combines lined up here. We've got the demo grain cart. I think if you've caught my recent harvest episode, the dealer was going to give us a demo version of this with the tracks to see if that changed the way the weight was distributed over the rear drawbar and see if that helped with performance, stop the tractor rising up so much at the front. So we will be interested to see how that works out. But there we go, we've got all the combines, so there's nothing better than just jumping in and getting underway. I'm going to take the John Deere. Actually, we might put this on follow me and we'll take two of the combines down at once and get them up and running, and then we'll come back and get the grain cart, get the truck and get into the swing of things. So how is everyone? Hope you're all having a good weekend. The Tusai, welcome along mate, nice to see you as always. Grant Leslie, g'day. Nice to see you this morning. I hope you're having a wonderful weekend. Alright, so we'll get headed down there. I don't know what's going on with the growth in this field. It's to be a little out of sync where the weeds have come up across everything. I know a lot of you really dislike the weeds. I'm not a fan of the weed mechanic, but I've actually quite enjoyed having the reason to spray the crops. I think these ones are already fully fertilized, aren't they? The weeds aren't there. Yep. So it gives it a nice reason to use that spray trailer we have, the Permanence Modding Global Company one, where we can actually spray the chemical, mix the chemical, sorry, and also to get out that Hagee sprayer. So we'll live with the weed mechanic. It would be great though. I wonder if there's a clever cookie out there who could take the weed component of seasons, as in the way that the weeds spawn and grow, and put that in just as a base game mod. That'd be kind of cool. Jefferson, g'day Jefferson, nice to see you as well. Farmson Peyton, no need to apologise at all mate. Just pleased you can make it, and if you can only stay for a couple minutes, I'm pleased you stopped in to say hi. So welcome along mate. John, lockdown just means more time for farm sim. Yeah, not quite that simple, but trying to juggle a business, make sure my staff are all busy and able to work, and two kids at home with schoolwork to do, while my wife is also trying to do some work. And her place of work, she's quite involved with their response to any lockdowns and has to be quite agile for that, so it's a juggling act, but we make do with what we can. You can see our soybeans and everything down here are all good to go as well. I've just about lost the gleaner, they're still coming along. So here we are. This I haven't done this field in corn yet. It's actually quite daunting because I know the yield potential of corn. So I'm a little bit concerned. I'm not concerned, but I'm going to be interested to see how much corn we get off this field compared to, say, the field over the back, which also has corn in it. So going to be interesting. The Tusai back to work tomorrow, so trying to relax for the last bit of the Sunday. Fair enough too, mate. So let's get it turned on. We'll just, before the other one gets here, we'll just stop the course. Follow me on that. There we go. So turned into the field and get set up with courseplay. Right, so harvesting, we are on field 14. Double click on that. Do 2 headland passes, which will take both combines around twice. Where we are is correct. We'll go clockwise. Start work on headland passes. Actually, something I wanted to try. I haven't done it before. Was the racetrack mode. And that all looks correct. Ryan, hello, you're feeling way better. Oh, good to hear, mate. Good to hear. I think quite like a little bit of rest to help that a sore throat. That is not looking good because there's no way that's going to go across there. So we'll try breaking it into lands, because I do know lands normally work with combines. Toady, hello. How are you? Nice to see you again. And is that generated lands? Yes. It's an interesting one. I'm just going to drive the combine forward another little bit and generate the course a little bit further up. See if that will help, because that's an unusual courseplay pattern for this one. Right, we'll try it from here, see what happens. Alright, there we go, we've avoided the cutting over there. However, we've still got that funny thing, so what we will do, we'll go along longest edge and see if that will fix it too. Logan Beatty, g'day Logan, nice to see you there. John Timmermans, hello from Holland. Well, hello to you too, nice to have you here. Bloodwolf, how many acres? I can't actually remember how big this field is. In fact, I don't even know if I do know how big this field is, and the way the map is, I'm not sure how I'd figure it out. Because it's all bundled as one package, I can't just go and click on it. We'll go have a look and see if we can compare it to one of the other field sizes and get a bit of a grasp on that. Aaron, such a massive and oddly shaped field. It is a big field for this map. Obviously not a big field in context to some other maps. But courseplay is not playing nicely this morning. Having a real think about it. Here we go. That looks pretty good. Does mean we're going to start up here with those, which isn't too bad. So we'll just save that. F14 corn. Save. And alright, we need to set you to left. Activated. Everything else should be good. We'll just turn convoy mode on to make sure they don't get too close. And we're not going to use any of that. So we'll go. Here we go. Right, let's hop over into this combine and get them set up as well. And then I will have a quick look and see if I can figure out an acreage size of this field. And then we'll have to race back up and get the grain cart down here, because these guys will fill up pretty quick, I expect. So we're on the work. Field 14 corn. What I called it, that one there. Right. Field 14 corn, combine is right, and we'll turn on that. I'm just going to drive it forward a little bit, because if we're right at the point where it crosses over, it could jump to the next headland pass, which we don't want to happen, so we'll just make sure it gets far enough forward. It should be good. The next closest waypoint. So your throat ain't hurting anymore. Good to hear, Ron. That is good news. So you go, that's field 14. As I said, I can't calculate the whole area. Which field is it probably most closely sized to? Field 25 is 25 acres. 27's 26. And 14 is probably quite a bit bigger than those. So maybe, I don't know, maybe 40 acres? To be a fair guess. Not sure. Right, so they are underway. So if we jump back up to the farm, go and find our grain cart. Yeah, that is. And we might as well, while we're using follow me, get that all going. Now we've got the auger all set up down there in the end bin as well. So be putting all our corn up in there, hopefully. Mandarth, good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to you. Nice to see you as well. Yeah, obviously can't. I've shown you that bow tie. I can't do that with this just because of the way this this farm is all bundled in as one. Oops, we've got cruise control set incredibly low there. So we'll just bump that up to get to the down the field. This is our grain cart with the single axle. Truck right behind us. Perfect. 310 acres. That's a good sized field of corn. You'd probably do it with a bit more than a 6 metre wide header though, I'd imagine. I was intrigued by the questions you come up with, Ryan. Do I like pickles? I'm not adverse to a pickle. Alright, slow down before we crash. Don't want to be doing that live. Arctic Farmer, good morning, good afternoon, good evening to you, my good friend. Hope you're having a nice Sunday afternoon or evening. So we won't be able to go for as long as we normally do. I do have to be mindful of family and getting up and getting into our work day. But the commute's incredibly short. In fact, I am sitting at my work desk already, effectively. Alright, so there we are. I should get one of the fill level indicator mods so I can keep a track on how full the combine is and respond appropriately. There we go. We'll just park this way. Next, in fact, we'll turn around now while the trailer's empty. So I imagine you'd be less likely to get stuck with an empty trailer. There we go. Park that along the side of the field. Just like that. We need to go down and unload. So I reckon we're going to get pretty busy with these two things. Alright, I'll turn that track. Does that tractor noise too much? It's quite a noisy tractor, this one. If we're going to be spending a lot of time in the grain cart, I don't want that to be uncomfortable on your ears. Let me know if you need that turned down a bit. Yeah, 12 metre wide headers, blood wolf. It's a covering the same width as what both my harvesters in one pass. Still though, 310 acres. The other good thing that this is going to do is we're probably only going to get halfway around the field before they need emptying out. In fact, he's going to want to go. We're going to have to run the whole way back around the field to get back to unload these. Or get back to the trailer. So, trying to get the cruise controls set. Go. No, still on the higher side of 6. Oh, and the 9500 is full as well. Like I said, we are going to be busy. Interesting, that's running at 5. I wonder if the... I thought I'd repaired the combines. I wonder if the header's actually damaged, because I'm running at 5 there and I'm still pulling ahead of the combine. Alright, it looks like it's probably empty, so we'll get down here and get the John Deere emptied out, so the gleaner doesn't get held up too much. It's an unfortunate time when he wanted to cut in and unload, but we'll just going to go check that header very quickly. He's already found his 10 meters. There we go. Actually, the header is 63%. So we'll just get that fixed. That one there. What's the other one like? Both need repairs. And what were the combines like? To the back, aren't they? Okay. They're okay at the moment. Laggy on your end, Nolan. Must be oops, empty already. Everything seems okay at my end. Don't know if it's come right for you. Hopefully it has. The gleaner needs an upgrade. I just can't bring myself to do it, Arctic. Oh, you're running versatile with a 2000 bushel grain cart, and it's full in 10 minutes of harvesting. Yield is intense. It is indeed. And now look at that. That throws another spanner in the works, needing a refuel as well. I was in too much of a hurry to get down here. Right, what I'm going to do, just to make my life a little bit easier, while we are here, I'm going to jump in the gleaner and we're just going to cut a path through the middle. I'll do that while he's slowing down. So if we just cut through here, that will mean it's going to make it a whole lot easier to run the cart back to the truck. And I have to go the whole way around that big leg of the field. What happened to the field? Oh, you're asking about the other field, Arctic. The weeds have grown a lot quicker than the crops, and the crops have only germinated around the edge at the moment. I think it's just a little vagary with this map. I've had it happen before. If that's the one you're talking about when we were running down in the grain cart. Nolan, you're my #1 fan, Argsy. Could you please hook me up with the Saturn and a game? A setup. If only I could, Nolan. Only I could. We might be doing some more giveaways for FS22 before release. Just trying to figure out the best way to do that. I'm actually still, as I said yesterday, still having a few little difficulties. I'm going to run down and empty this out now so we don't have to come back. Few difficulties sorting out the codes for the last competitions we ran from the field, from FarmCon. So I need to get that sorted out, and then we will have a look at what we might do as other ones. put the gleaner on a rock in the yard. I don't know, we'll see. No, I haven't got straw meat actually added on this game, Bota. There's also, I know I'd probably add it when we added it, but there's only the one sell point, and it doesn't actually have a bale sell point. You know, like I said, I know we could add one in if we wanted to, but I'm actually quite happy just to let that slide. I don't want to be sort of doing baling and picking up on every field. So we've done it. We've got plenty of it. You're gonna have to do some baling. We've planted our wheat in the other 2 fields that are just germinating, which will be for straw. Where's the John Deere? Oh, he's got a long way around the field. He will be needing an empty out. There we go. Now we're running at a better 6 miles an hour. You're running the CR 10.9 New Holland combines. They're a nice combine actually. I'm using those on West Australia with the pickup headers in the canola. It's yeah, they're quite a nice little combine actually. Quite impressed. Welcome, Mark. Nice to see you. How you doing? Logan's back. He had to leave. No worries, Logan. All right. So we've got all of that corn over there to do at some stage. We'll see how far we get through this in the live stream. I'm not even sure if we're going to get this all done. So our next episode might be finishing off these 2 cornfields. Along with a little bit of weeding, possibly. We've had to, we've got the Hagee spray out. If you've seen my previous episodes, we had that issue with the tyre. That is back up in the yard now. It is in the workshop, so we should be able to get those weeds dealt to. Ben Games, hello, how you doing? Logan, you run a Gleaner K2 and an International 915. It's great hearing the equipment some of you guys run. It's very impressive. Alright, we'll get this unloaded, then we're going to have to shoot up to the farm, grab the pickup and the fuel trailer, and then hopefully we can pick up refueling the John Deere when it gets back around by the truck. A little bit of weeding. Just a little bit Arctic. Haven't actually filled this up yet. Haven't been watching what's happening with the weight. Felt alright when it was 50%, I didn't even think about it. Alright. That come out of the way. Mandarth, which is better, course play or auto drive for grain cart automation? To be honest, I have found auto drive has been the better option for me lately anyhow. Oops, I don't want to turn the lights on. I wanted to run this tractor on follow me so it keeps on going around while we go and sort out the fuel tank trailer. The 4840. And where's our pickup parked? It's in the shed, I think. We've got the trailer on it still with all the produce, all the product, seed and fertilizer and things. Yeah, I've found lately I've found auto drive has been the better option for me. Seems to just be a little bit smarter and more efficient, and better at wayfinding. You don't quite get all the issues with the articulated tractors you do with Courseplay. Now that they've added unload on the move to auto drive, if you've set the combines to, or the, sorry, if you've set the grain carts to go to the combines at a really low fill percentage, then they will get there, or should get there, and start unloading before the combine's full, and then it will unload on the move. So for those reasons, I've enjoyed auto drive for the most. Sorry, I just need to concentrate while I'm driving this down here at an excessive speed. Hello Mart, welcome along, nice to see you, hope you're doing well. Yeah. Scott George, nice to see you, my good friend. How are you? Hope you're doing well, mate. Having a nice day in Texas. I spent a few hours in Texas myself last night with the Farm Sim guy, getting our next episode sorted there. What needs to be done? Right, oops, oh, I'll shoot back up here now because the gleaner's full and we've run off with the grain cart. Test my reversing skills. Back as far back as we can. We're going to take a row out there. Nailed it. Oh, Arctic, my good friend, thank you very much for that super chat. Very generous of you. Really appreciate that, mate. Thank you. Logan, that truck looks like your old one before you bought my Chevy. It's a 98 Dodge Ram 3500. Oh, I can't remember what exact model that Ram is, but you're probably not wrong. It's very similar to that. Right, looks like as our John Deere's around there by the refueling trailer, I think now. Alright, we'll leave that. It looks like he's emptied out. We're doing 2 live streams in 2 days. Well, thank you very much, sir. I really appreciate that. We are having a right traffic jam. Yeah, what is it? The 2500. Oh, okay, we're going to run that up the header. It's obviously refueled though, because the refueling warning's gone. I guess we better park this right out of the way. We'll get it turned around and heading back the other direction. Can we sneak past the front of the tractor? Just enough room. There we go. I'll leave that there. Dean, hello to you. How are you doing this morning? Or this afternoon or this evening? Nice to have you here. Mark should be using a wheel. Oh, we're going to sneak past there too. Alright, there we go. One full lap of the field done. Haven't quite filled the truck up. We've got the front hopper full. Actually, we're going to go pretty close. If I'd emptied both combines out fully, we might be pretty close to having a full truck. Thank you, Aaron. You appreciate my backing. Was a good truck, but then you got rear-ended and it was totaled. It's a shame. Always unfortunate to lose a good piece of equipment to an accident, particularly when it's out of your control, as nose to tails often are. Just seen the Arsenal-Chelsea score. Yep, I just had my son just came out and showed me that. I was more fascinated to see the Man U Southampton score actually myself. Bit of a surprise. Things are definitely getting more competitive in the Premier League. It's good. More teams becoming competitive and with a chance to beat each other. Right, everything's set up now. We should, all going to plan, be able to get into a decent swing of things. Let's get a little bit taken out of this before we get to the corner. If his auger went out a little bit faster, we would have got him without having to stop. That's alright. Stay there, we'll keep going. You're going to have to put it all the way back in and then all the way back out again. Ugh, painful. I'm going to say go the Blues, Aaron. You're a Chelsea fan, are you? You'd get on well with my oldest son then. He is a mad Chelsea supporter. Dean, all good where you are, nearly 2100, so 9 PM where you are. Yep, we're all good. Just getting back to life under lockdown. Hopefully it won't last for too long. Alright, we wait here. We'll pick the gleaner up and empty him out before we get up to our little cut through, and then we can get that taken care of. By the time we've done that, it'll probably be time to run the truck up and put it into the bins. In fact, I don't even know if corn's... Actually, that's a good price, $32. Anything over $30 for corn in this game, a very good price. Oh, I'm almost tempted to start running some loads straight up to the sell point. In fact, what I could do, I've got an auto drive course from the yard back to the back to the shop. I could get the truck back up to the yard, run it on auto drive back to the sell point, unload it, bring it back, and hopefully not fall behind. Might be worth doing at that price. Stopping for. Alright. Tempted to buy a second grain cart, but I've already troubles with running one on Courseplay. Once you've got one set up, the second one's actually a piece of cake, normally. Biggest issue is when, with auto drive or Courseplay or any of those, is it's not quite smart enough in prioritizing combines or prioritizing or doing it location based. So you could have a grain cart waiting to do something and it'll just sit there and it's the closest one, but the other one got the signal first, so it will run to the okay, 1700 bushels already. It will run to the combine from further away, and that's what I had happen in Western Australia last time. I had a grain cart go past a full combine because it had already been called to the other one. Where logic would say is if you had two, you'd empty the closest one first. There is a setting you can change between priority, whether it's fill level or distance. I've always gone on fill level. I wonder if distance would solve that, but yeah, once you've got one grain cart set up, second one's normally a lot easier. T-Man, welcome in, mate. Nice to see you. Hope you're having a nice Sunday afternoon. Missed the live stream yesterday, T-Man. You were my main truck driver on Red Dirt County. You were all over the map, picking up our products from all the different factories and supply chain areas. But good to see you, mate. Cody Cundiff? Sure I got that correct. Good afternoon from Iowa. Well, good afternoon too, sir. Nice to have you here. Well, I wonder if we've got time. We'll run this down to the sell point ourselves. See how we go. See how our timing is, if we can get back before the other combines are full again. I don't think we will, but see how close it is. I can always tab out while we're down at the store and go back and fill them up. Just slow down for that corner or we're going to lose it all. Oof. That was a bit offensive, don't you think, Mark? Was it something I said? Botar or Mark's comment to T-Man? Jeff Scott, love your gameplays, keep it up. Well, thanks, Jeff. Really appreciate that. Always enjoy having people come into my streams or just comment on the videos, telling me they're enjoying it. Makes it all worthwhile. So thank you very much, sir. And that answers our question. The Gleaner is full, so we'll get this unloading and we'll shoot back over and get that sorted. Now I need to remember, I think it's U to switch between hoppers. Thought I was going to have issues the last time I used this truck, but I did figure it out. Oh, we've got a bit of a mess down the back here, so that one's not selected. Here we go. U. Fix that. Right. Grain cart is there. Let's go and get this combine moving again. That is our priority, is to keep them both going. We're going to have to do a big lap. 27 grand from that load. That hopper anyhow, so we'll get 54,000 or so. Good. Jeff Scott, welcome along to the AG team. Thank you very much for joining the channel. Thank you for your support. I really appreciate that. Great to have you here. Thank you. Catching up again, Hans. Good evening from the Netherlands. Good evening to you too, sir. Nice to see you. Calvin Cravens, nice to see you too. Hello. T-Man cooking bacon, cheeseburgers and hand-cut French fries back and forth from the kitchen to the TV. All good, sir. Sounds like a nice... What will that be for your evening meal? Alright, we'll get these guys both emptied out and then we're going to have to go and rescue our truck, I think. Auto drive might have been the option there. We could have done this while it was driving up and back. Thank you again, Jeff. Nice to have you here. T-Man's saying the main truck driver won't play onto you again. And make sure you brakes. No worries, buddy. It's always nice to have some humour like that in a live stream. A bit of a chuckle along. Should have got your insurance card though. Mark's just had a Sunday roast. Very nice. We had homemade fish and chips for dinner last night. Grizzly Farms evening, ladies. How is everyone? Doing well, buddy. How are you? Alright, that should be just about empty. We'll go up and pick up the John Deere so we don't get caught up too much there. Too much downtime. Boto, you've got the mods for the valley, gonna give it a try. Sounds awesome, mate. It'd be great to have you on there. Been a little bit quiet on the server the last few days, but we've just added well, Mark's just done a power of work downloading a whole lot of mods for me to add, so we've just added those. I had a few teething issues with a couple of scripts which we've fixed out, and I think we're all running pretty good now, so definitely. And same for anyone who's interested in playing on some multiplayer. We have a multiplayer server on the Discord channel running on the Valley of the Old Farm. If you've caught any of my live streams, you would have seen that. Open to anyone, no restrictions or anything like that. So if you feel like playing some multiplayer, join the Discord, get all the details and go and have fun. Just be respectful for all the time that others have already put in on there. There's been a mountain of work done, landscaping, field creation, farm building. So just look after things as if you would it was your own farm. You did it with courseplay with one grain card and it ended up in a river. Bloodwolf. That doesn't sound good. T-Man likes the sound of a roast. Calvin Cravens, what country am I from? I am from New Zealand. Victor Cox, good afternoon to you. Rob Wrestles here. Hello Rob, how you doing? Currently harvesting wheat on Marksville as we speak. How's things? I'm doing well, mate. Marksville, wonderful map. Love it. Loved playing on that one. T-Man's having an early dinner or maybe brunch, you don't know. DC Woodward, hello, yellow, hello, yo. Welcome along, nice to see you. Mark Thor, yes, and Yorkshire pudding, shredded chicken, sliced carrots and gravy. Mate, you're done for the week. Best part's leftovers, isn't it? Monday lunch. Grizzly Farms is drooling at the fact it's food. T-Man's got good insurance on all our trucks in the server. Oh, it's needed. It is needed. Right. I'm going to struggle here actually because we're going to be full and I don't have a truck. My only saving grace is these two combines are going to go start working on short rows up in the other field. On the other end of the field, and I'll have a bit of turning around, so that might give us a chance to recover. I knew we were going to be busy with corn, but even this has surprised me. Had a good old Toby Carver yesterday. Nice. Grizz is going to jump on, that'd be cool, mate. Mark's been on the server, awesome. Great to hear. If you type in exclamation Discord, that will give you the link as well to join in on that. Grizz, got to run. I'll see you all soon. Have a good night. Yeah, you too, mate. Nice to see you. Thanks for popping in and saying hello. Welcome along, Black Book. Nice to see you as always. Greetings from Ontario. T-Man, you want a plate? Not sure how well it'll keep by the time it gets to you, T-Man, but there you go. See what Mark can do. Let's just top off with this combine so we can try and keep them moving. He's not too full. Oh, he's going to run off really fast now, so we'll just we'll leave that there. Right, let's go and recover our truck. Be up here somewhere. This other hopper offloaded. Oh, it's hidden that message from you. Okay. Mark's picked that up. Right, where are we? And Kelvin Craven says the multiplayer server for Xbox. Sorry, it is a PC only one. Oh, we've got our traffic jam up here. Multiplayer servers for console are quite difficult because they can only be hosted on a console. So not ideal at all. Hopefully, actually that's something they haven't talked about. It'd be great if they were able to make DD servers for consoles. That'd be awesome. Technically they should be able to. I don't see why they couldn't. But you'd only be able to have obviously mod hub mods. But it is just a shame. I don't know though. I think they're still talking about the crossplay, whether that's going to be a feature or not. So who knows? If they're able to get the crossplay to work in DD servers, that'd be very cool. 9500 slowing down for traffic. It's interesting. I don't know why it would be slowing down for anything if it's going up to do those little end rows. But we'll get back and see. Probably the Gleaner passing in the opposite direction. Right, where are we? Hans, since this afternoon I have a nasty stutter in FS29. Can it be a mod? That would be my first point of call if you've added any new mods in recently into your game. Take those back out and see if it resolves it. If you have, if you haven't, try a fresh game save with that same map with no mods installed and see if it's an issue. Try other game saves. It's just restricted to one game save. Does sound like it might, well, most likely be a mod. But a little bit hard to diagnose. If you're confident, you can go in into the, I think it's in the game save, the same folder where your game saves are, and delete the shader cache folder. If you Google that, there should be some advice on doing that, but that can sometimes help too. Delete the shader cache. It will rebuild it when you restart the game. But sometimes you can get issues like that. If you're on Steam, go through and validate the files. What else can I suggest? Those are the main things. If it is just happening, if it's happening on other games, it could be a problem with your graphics card. Which hopefully it's not. No leftovers with Euro Mark. Oh, what's the Gleaner doing? Oh, they've started on rows here. Okay, interesting. That will be where our problem arose. Alright, we'll get that turned around again like we did last time. We left the cover off. Actually, one thing I didn't do, I should have checked, is the time that Courseplay was going to calculate to do this field. Alright, make that there, and get the grain card out of the way so the Gleaner can carry on. Is that link working, or do I need to update it? Or Mark can probably get a fresh one. Oh, in fact, that must be a fresh one, Mark. Give that one a go, Cody. See how that works for you. Oh, and a new Bulls Gap episode up, is it? we'll have to catch up on that soon. Don't all rush off to watch it, it'll still be there once the live stream's finished. Hey Legion, how you doing? Crossplay would be hard to work with the difference in mods between PC and console. Absolutely. You'd have to have... You'd actually have to define, if they were able to define it, if you could define when you're setting up a server, if you used just mod hub mods and told it to look for just approved mods effectively, then it should work. And say only use, you know, just a tick box, only use mods that are console compatible. I would have thought it'd work. I'm no expert though. And what I think might work, it might be a completely stupid idea. So this is the one downside to courseplay, is when you get a field like this, with a funny little shape, it doesn't do them the smartest. What I could actually do, I could cut this field into two if I landscape between the two, and put a grass strip through there, carried the track on that goes down to our backfield. That could make this into a small field, then we'd have these three little ones along here. Have a look at the map. We'd have 17, 18, and then if we made this a field, basically almost from that line straight across, that would fix that. But I do like having this big field. It's always a fun one to work in. Alright, I think we've caught up. Famous last words. Should see the gleaner should pop over here in a minute. What are we talking about here? You're doing good. Geez, that we've talked about that. Mark Thorne setting up a practice area for new players to the server to play with small equipment to get their feet wet. Yeah, cool. Nice idea. Hans, you'll try a few of those options. Alright, good luck, mate. Let us know how you get on. Hard to make money on this map with the real life prices. Yeah, when I've waited for a good price to appear, there's certainly been some good opportunities out there. I'm talking about things like the soybeans that are over $60 and that, so and I've been able to upgrade the equipment reasonably quickly. Gonna have a collision. No, we're alright. We are all good. So what do I need? We've got 200 bushels in here. Trailer was over half full, and that's 850 bushels per hopper. So if we get 700 or 800 bushels in here, we'll be able to go and run another load down. Just a time for a brief pause and a few deep breaths. A mouthful of coffee. Yeah, 51 viewers in here at the moment. Welcome along everyone, nice to see you all. Hope you're all enjoying your Sunday afternoon or evenings, which it will be for most of you, unless I've got any Southern Hemisphere or Australia, New Zealand viewers in here at the moment, in which case good morning. Hope you're all doing well. Just a little reminder, if you are enjoying the stream, please appreciate the thumbs up on it. Always helps with recommending my content to other like-minded individuals as such as yourself. And if you're not already subscribed, really appreciate it if you take the time to click on that subscribe button. And then my last little marketing blurb, if you're looking to pre-order FS22 and you haven't done so, we've got a couple of links you can use. One through Giants to help us get towards that bronze partner status, and with that hopefully a early access to FS22. or if you would like a copy on Steam and to save 10%, have a look on Games Planet. We've got a link for that as well. We'll let him carry on. Otherwise we're going to get caught up by the John Deere, although I've started on another land. So there we go, that is my marketing blurb out of the way. I won't hassle you anymore. That's not a coffee mug. It is, it's my nice little coffee actually. I do have a coffee mug up here. There we go. We've got the official Farm Sim Guy coffee mug, which I haven't used. I can't bring myself to drink coffee out of it. How's lockdown going? Lockdown's going alright. We're getting back into the swing of it, a hang of how it all happened last time. Of course, it's been, what was the end of May 2020 since we finished our last lockdown, so it's been 14 or 15 months since we had to go through that. The only problem with this, I might actually, when we get onto the big long passes, I might let the gleaner catch up a little bit, because what's going to happen is the John Deere is going to skip a row here, and I'm not going to be able to unload if he gets too far ahead. Fortunately, it's going to take a while on these rows for them to get filled up. I'm not going to have to worry too much. No, we're going alright. It is all good. Well, it keeps on hiding all your messages, Black Book. It's strange. Mark will pick up on that in a second. Looked like an egg cup. Daryl J, g'day, how are you doing? Nice to see you in here. Chris M is saying hello from windy Wellington. Welcome along, Chris. Nice to have another local here. I spent 9 years living in Wellington, studied and worked for 3 or 4 years in my early life. Went to Victoria University and got myself an architecture degree and a wife out of it all. It wasn't a bad gig. Black Book's busy putting clear coat on stairs and railings. Hope you're doing it in a well ventilated space. Black Book, is it a good smelling clear coat? Hans has deleted the shader cache and it's done the trick. Awesome. Happy to help, mate. I am just pleased to hear it has helped and worked. Many cases, Legion. Last count we were up to 72, and we only had our first case on Tuesday, so we're not a week back into having community cases, and I guess the downside is everyone was out enjoying the lack of lockdown, and it's been spreading like wildfire. So hopefully by spending some time cut off from everyone, it will cut it out and stamp it out again. It's going slow compared to other countries, but at the end of the day, we didn't have a problem with it like others did. It was always going to be a date, but you know, UK, UK, America, those kind of countries where it's been an ongoing problem, vaccination was more important, in my opinion. We were sitting here with no community cases, so vaccination wasn't a huge requirement. So it was more important that it got into those countries in terms of the vaccine. No, we've 20% are fully vaccinated, so 1 million of our 5 million people are now fully vaccinated. So it's ramping up. I've only just become eligible to get the vaccine. They were doing a rollout by age, so I've just opened up to my age group, so I'm booked in a couple of weeks to get mine. They're doing about 50,000 people a day, so we'll get there. It's not a perfect world. Actually, I'm going to go down to the other end of the field so we can empty the John Deere out while it's going the other way. chickens. The combines were playing chicken. It was interesting to watch which one we yield in courseplay. Daryl's got to wait 3 more weeks to get your second shot. Yep. Yeah, they've just extended the duration between shots for us too. The current advice is 6 weeks between for the Pfizer vaccine, which is the one we've got. Your friend is going to hospital. It's not good, Victor. Sorry to hear that. Hope they are all okay. If they're unwell, probably the best place for them. Interesting, actually. I was mowing the lawns yesterday. We were talking yesterday during the live stream. I would listen to the Millennial Farmer podcast often when I'm out mowing the lawns. And they were talking to an Aussie guy who grows opium, of all things, in Tasmania. I haven't looked him up yet on YouTube or Instagram or whatever channel he's on. It was fascinating, actually, hearing what they do in regards to growing opioids for different drugs, pharmaceutical companies. It's quite an interesting podcast. Quite right there, Arctic. And I think Need More Speed put a great post actually up in the Discord about things in perspective. So again, I'm not going to get into any deep political conversations, but compared to where we are in life and in the world, we're certainly in a much healthier place than some other countries are, where they're being displaced for political reasons or whatever like that, losing homes, not having anywhere to live. Certainly worse things we could complain about. Jeez, it's like complaining about having bad internet. Scott Books, no spam in the chat please, Scott, come on. You should know better than that. Oh, welcome along, mate, nice to see you. Are you going to go through and say hello to everyone individually, or just the select few? What are you doing, Gleaner? Oh, this is not good. This is not good. Oh, we've extracted ourselves. Right, let's go and get this truck filled up, because I think we'll have just enough time to get down and back before these combines start in the big long rows, and then things are going to get busy again. Yeah, he was talking about that actually. The opium they grow is like the strength of it. Your street market drugs, like apparently he's had a lot of people like reach out to him on socials and just berating him, saying what, you're supporting people's drug habits and all that sort of stuff, you're just a terrible person. But he's doing it for pain medication, morphines, codeines, all of those pain medications which have opioids in it. So he says, it's an interesting thing to be targeted and attacked by these people when you're trying to do good. And he says, you see someone who's had an operation or something like that, and last year was really bad for them because of COVID. People weren't getting operations, and that's what made me think about it, was Victor saying about his friend going to hospital. It was really fascinating. But the strength of the opioids that they grow, he said if you went out and tried to, do a home bake or home cook or something in there, it would kill you. And he said there's been terrible incidents in Tasmania of backpackers or people who have thought they can just go out into these fields and get high effectively, and it kills them because they're just so strong. It was really actually quite fascinating. Thoroughly recommend going and listening to it. Gives a whole new fascination actually to some of the maps which have poppies in them as a crop type. To think about it as a market for that. And also you talked about how they harvested them. So they use a modified cotton harvester, which has a homemade header on it, which picks the correct part of the plant and not the stalk. And yeah, really fascinating. Along with all the other stuff they did, sheep and venison, and this farm's 7,000 acres, and they did all sorts. Made cheese. They had a almost 200-year-old flour mill. Apparently, it's the oldest flour mill in the southern hemisphere, and they still crack flour in it, make crack wheat in it, grains, and make flour. Very interesting. All of them as they chat. Let's see, Legion felt left out. After my rant there. Lancey boy, welcome along buddy. Nice to see you. Hope you are doing well. And Mushy boy Munro is back again. Good to see you, my friend. Huge greenhouse growing cannabis. Yeah, that's the other thing he said they do a lot of. Because the state is sanctioned to grow drugs for pharmaceutical purposes. So I've got into the medicinal marijuana. You'd think I would have learnt to slow down by that on that corner by now. Honestly, like, yeah, if you've got an hour where you're just sitting doing something and you can listen to a podcast, I recommend it. It was called what was it, Lamb Chops and Drugs or something like that was the name of the title of the podcast. But yeah, Millennial Farmers one, which is Off the Husk. You're stuck outside watching New Zealand farm until the clear coat dries. You go. You didn't paint yourself into a corner, did you? Black book. Or was that deliberate? Paint yourself into a corner upstairs where the computer is, so you can't escape until you're finished. Wise man there, wise man. Chickens was a reference to the trailer. Oh, my trailer? All working. All up and working. Thanks. Right. Go to that one and go to that one. Get this one offloaded. Our price still looking good. Reach 32.50. Perfect. Not sure if you can feel sorry for that stupidity, Arctic. Yeah. Back to life though. People think they can do things themselves. 7,000 acres is a big farm. Probably not actually in Australian terms, because Tasmania is a small island. What do you say? It was 500 kilometres from one side to the other, when you compare it to Australia. Lancey made Auto making a placeable, didn't like it, so deleted it. Been there, done that in life. Not so much with a placeable, but many times I've spent a long time doing something and it just goes. I spent a few hours yesterday getting a animal trailer, which Mark's just referencing, to work with the livestock trailer add-on and show chickens up when I purchased them. So that was for Spectacle Island. Right. Get back and then the fun will begin. I might be forced to put the corn up in the bins from now on. That was nice, healthy $168,000 in the account now. It's 110 more than we started with. Oh, I'm going to drive in a straight line and read chat as well. We were talking about that. Scott with my father-in-law yesterday. Darwin's theory. I think that's very efficient, Arctic. You might have lost a day, but you could have spent 2 or 3 days more working on it to try and make it something it was never going to be. Might have learnt something from it. You look at SpaceX with their Starship. Build something to blow it up, effectively, is what they were doing for a long time, and now they're on the cusp of sending one of the rockets to orbit. We'll call Lancey Boy the Elon Musk of Farm Sim. Trying things no one's tried, in a way no one's tried before. Not quite sure if you've managed to piss off the establishment though, Lancey. That's the next requirement if you want to be the Elon Musk of farm sim. Did I mention earlier real life pricing? I didn't. Someone mentioned it on this map. I'm not actually sure if this one does or not. I know MRG's put it on Lincoln Creek. Not sure if he did it on this map or not, to be honest. There we go. Just seeing the John Deere is cutting in the first long pass there, and the Gleaner is not far behind. I did say I was going to slow them down. I might have to, oh, what are we doing? What is the Gleaner doing? Right, we'll go and stop pulls the John Deere in a minute. Go, get that turned around. Back there, and back into the grain cart. Last little bit dumped out. You're addicted to West Australia, Lancey? It's pretty fun. It's quite enjoyable actually and rewarding when you can get a big selection of vehicles all running at the same time. So it's what I enjoy most actually about it, is when everything works the way it should. Very cool. So I did save your job, Mark. I did try. I had tried before as well. I tried and it didn't work the way I thought it would. So I picked up the emergency helpline, got hold of Mark Thor Modding Inc. and made a mayday call there, but managed to spend a little bit more time. Ignored the line in the top part of the code which says do not edit this. So sorry to GTX, I have broken your rules, but rest assured sir, it will stay in my mod folder and not go anywhere else. Yeah. Yep, I agree with you there, Scott. Oh, stretch. Stretch will get out and run around the grain cart 2 times before we keep on moving. Got to keep the bones moving, keep the muscles moving. Don't want to get stuck sitting down for too long. Here we go. Oh, which way is he heading? I'm going to go down the outside of this one. Yep. Perfect. Perfect position. Lancey planning an 16 times map. They still haven't confirmed how big the new maps are, have they? Have I missed anything on can't even think what it was called now. Elm Creek. They haven't actually said how big that map is it? I'm still convinced it's bigger than a 2 times. And they're gonna use a new system. Actually, this grain cart with the tracks, just while I think about it, it seems to be much better than the one with the wheels. I might have to tell the dealer which are going to trade up, swap them out, pay the extra 10 grand I think the tracks cost over the wheels, and keep this one. I reckon it'd be worth a shot, Lancey. 16 times maps are a lot of fun. A lot of effort on your part too though, I realise that. Alright, there we go. I understand what the Gleaner was doing now. It was doing that small pass there to then head up and start up on that end of the field. Right. Let's see how the FSD, yeah. Waiting for that. The gleaner is in the creek. Oh, no creek. Just about was there by the looks of things from Arctic. Is this map on consoles? Sorry, Jim. No, this is a PC only map. Technically, size-wise and everything like that, it could, but it has just been made for console. Oops, there's my controller doing its little view flip that it does every now and then. Mark Thor's got head tracking back on, have you? Do you enjoy using that? I know people were commenting on it with the Farm Sim Guys Realism series. Arctic, you've just got to look at Discord and the people who come in and ask for mods or how to find something. When putting anything in Google with FS19 in front of it, 99 times out of 100 will yield you a result. Zombie King, hey, how's it going? I'm going well, mate. Enjoying getting some corn harvested here on No Creek. You just started a cattle farm, working on it right now. Always done dairy, but never done the cattle route, so going to give that a shot. Nice. Are you playing with seasons? I think seasons, if you're going to do cattle, is the best way to do those. It's actually, I think, West Texas is the first time I've actually done cattle rather than dairy as well. I've always defaulted to doing the cows and that, so I'm interested to see how that works out with the fattening up process. There you go, Mark left a comment on his vid, streaming on Discord. Which way are you going? Oh, you're not coming this way. Oh, you're going to go and cut a new opening, which is going to make it impossible for me to unload you. Looks like it. What are you doing? Oh, there we go, turning into a new opening. Here it is. Right, well I certainly don't... Well, we're going to go pretty close to getting this all done, but I don't think we will finish it in this stream. What have we been going for? Just over an hour and a quarter. It might go actually quite close. Around another 45 minutes before we'll have to wrap things up. So we'll see. It'll be a bit of a challenge. See how close we can get to being done. Just watch this while it takes the weight off it to see if it changes the tractor. Yeah, I'm just watching the nose of the tractor in relation to the back of the truck, seeing if it moves with those lines. It is going down a little bit as the weight comes off. Alright, we'll go and get the gleaner emptied out before he turns around, because they is more likely to struggle to get a full length done. Cross in front. Naughty grain cart driver. Combine harvest driver will be yelling at you. You hardly see the deer through the top of the corn there. See the cad poking out. There you go, that would have been a nice shot for a little montage in a video, minus the driving in the dip. We'll have a look at our cows just while we're driving along here. Getting close to that magical 200. We've been getting a new cow every 7.25 hours, so that's 3.5 cows a day. You have a look at that. Feed requirement to be full is 600,000 litres, more or less. 30,000 litres of milk sitting there too, which is 2 truckloads to sell. It's a milk price. What's going up too? That might be something to do in the next episode. Still sell some milk. I actually want to get a new tanker for this as well. Not sure what to get. Whether anyone seen any good milk tanker mods for American style tankers? I've been doing a bit of googling to see what kind of tankers you use there. We use a truck and trailer type setup, common in New Zealand, but I don't see a lot of that in America. It looks more like semis with a trailer on the back. Oh, why did you turn into me again? Sackable offence that. Right, let's race down the other end and we'll go and pick up that. Get beside the John Deere and get him unloaded. Good morning, Hendrik, or good afternoon, or good evening. How you doing? Nice to see you. Hope you're having a nice weekend. I literally got turned around. At least he got turned around. Would have been annoying if he'd got to within the end of the row, within sight of the end of the row, and we had to come unload. Big corn or small deer? And that's a good point. It isn't the biggest deer, but I'd like to see my crops growing well, but we all know that's just a misnomer because there's no way it can be any taller than it would be, but it's actually not a bad height when you do look at it. Information at the bottom always there. For animals. I believe so. Pretty sure they always tell you which is the most efficient. Which is why I only give them TMR, because that's the most effective for production. The cleaners punctured 2 tires. Oh, they're tracks. Oh, I suppose it's hitting the tractor, isn't it? A bit of turning radius there. Now I've only just got the Argsy sprayer fixed as well, Arctic. Might need a full-time tyre technician on the farm. Alright, we'll run to the end here. Look, I missed a couple of weeds. When we were spraying, I missed a little section in there. Interesting actually, if I was in the gleaner, to see what impact that had on yield, just as we went through that little section. Turn around and run back down here. Go and empty out actually, and yeah, but How is the track? So let's have a look. But we'll pay a bit more attention actually. I'm going to fill this up. I want to get the grain cart full and have a look at how it changes the tractor handling. Have that little dip in the field come along, race through that, break something. Alright, let's turn around for the deer and let them catch up with us. Here they come. Here they go. Do a little realism test, see if I can do what FSG can do. Actually, this is quite good visibility here with that long auger and the little window in the front of the grain cart. Too bad at all. Be up to the gleaner in a minute. We'll turn around. Oops, see, now I've turned my head and I got offline. There we go, that's back to where we should be. I should be able to use the GPS and keep an eye on that 270 heading. Where are we? There we go, if I drive that heading, it should stay in a straight line. There's the gleaner, I can hear it. Zoom zoom. You get those moments in the game where you just think, hey, it was kind of cool. Little passes like that. Right, let's turn around again. We'll try and do the same with the gleaner, which has that shorter auger we have to be a bit closer to. Oh, Hendrik, you've ordered a new PC. Nice. It's exciting. Closer, a bit closer, not too close. Oh, feel like Jeremy Clarkson there. Want to break out before we get to the end of the row so I don't get another header through my tyres. Right, got. Alright, let's go and get this put into the truck. See, the tractor's still handling pretty well. Must be sitting pretty low. I don't think it's quite as bad as the other grain cart. At least that's my feeling at the moment. Pulled up here. Right. Let's pay close attention to how the weight comes off the front of this. I know any interesting vehicle maintenance mods, I hope they do more with that in 22, stuff for any brakes or tyres, go flat and stuff like that. I agree, that is something that I would love to see. I don't know of any. Don't know of any that bring that in or not. Oh yeah, you can certainly see now the weight coming off the front there, so. More of the trailer slowly being revealed. The only one I do use is no automatic refill. I don't know if people knew. If you run when you load a game, it checks for your fill level of diesel and it will make sure that you've got at least 10%. So if you've had a vehicle that runs out of diesel or fuel or whatever, If you save the game, exit, and come back in, it will not be empty anymore. And it's automatically refilled it to 10%. So there's a mod called No Automatic Refill, or something along those lines, which stops that from happening. And that's one I really like. Just a little realism feature, but good all the same. But other than that, no, in terms of random breakdowns or anything like that, nothing. Even having something where repairs take time. And I think Maddie was talking about, well, there was some suggestions in Maddie Pie, whose automatic storage shed we looked at yesterday's stream. Some suggestions for her classifieds where she was going to increase the, that's empty, provide more of a shop experience. That was one of the suggestions, was for maintenance or repairs or customization. There's a time delay between when you've done the customization or when you've done the repairs to being able to use the vehicle. So you can't just go and repair it and have it accessible straight away. If you went in and used the repairs, that vehicle might be locked out from being used for an hour, 2 hours. It might be, I don't know how, done as a percentage. I thought that was a pretty cool suggestion that someone made for her. Revenge drive into the Gleaner. Is it revenge though when you own all the equipment yourself, Arctic? Mushy Boy's having a slow Sunday evening, watching a program about biscuits, watching Argsy and grinding the wife's heels. The smell of burning gives a unique 3D experience to everything. It's not what I expected to read in chat tonight, Mushy Boy, but thank you for sharing. Yeah, I have to leave it in the shop for a day or so, that would be cool, yeah. Even if it didn't simulate a break, it actually, if you repaired something at 10%, it might only need to be in there for an hour, but if you let it get to 100%, it might need to be out of action for 2 days or something. You've tried to find classifieds, but no luck so far. If you can find your way to Maddie's Discord, I know there's an invite in FSG's Discord if you're in there, Rob. She has made it available to her supporters, her Discord members, for a limited time, so if you do want to get hold of it, suggest trying to get into her Discord and accessing it from there. Right, we are full. How's our corn price? Still 32.50. I think we'll just go put this up in the shed, up into the silos. We'll worry about trying to get it sold later. I don't think with all these soybeans coming on stream soon either, we're going to have too much problem with money. Got all that milk to sell, so the biggest problem is going to be what do we spend it on. Might even be time to buy a new field on No Creek. I have been contemplating it. I mean, I'm struggling to keep up with the land we do have. But that was one consideration, was adding to our land holding. Alright, I'll just get this driven back up and into unload, and I'll catch up on chat. I've got the auger set up so we drive in it from this direction, because then we can turn on the way out rather than trying to turn tightly at the other end. Get set up, so we'll just gently, carefully go over here. We'll get that. No, it's not on the right hopper. Front one, there we go. Set trigger. Unloading. Just see if we can zoom back far enough. You can hear that going up into the bins. Can't quite see it. And it is falling through, but it is going into the bins. And the gleaner is in need of an unload too. So let's just get that one over there. Get that unloaded. Vehicle maintenance mod that has a delay. Okay, I haven't seen that one, Mark. Bigger farm, new gleaner. And you hate the in-game crop growth, yeah. I think it's something to do specifically with this map. I'm not sure whether something's not quite mapped correctly or something with the growth. As to why it's grown around the edges. And I don't think I had, well no, I certainly didn't have any growth started before I finished planting the field, so it's like it's just got out of sync a little bit. We'll look that way, you can't see. Better, let's try and drive in cab. A nice logo there, thank you to the Quiet Hitman who did this for me. Little did I know that it was quite as easy as it is. Thank you to Kaduk and his video as well on how to do it. It was a nice surprise when when Quiet Hitman sent this through. It was very cool. Soy field looks like a Picasso painting. I reckon I could get a drone, take a photo of it, and make some supplementary income off artwork. Arctic. It is actually wheat, that field this time. I did do wheat so we could get some straw because we are all out of straw for our TMR and other and for bedding for the animals. Go get that pulled in here next to, oh, I can't see that. Do we wing mirror? Wing mirror. Get cover off. Okay. Sneak down the side. A little bit too far back. Buck Langlanese, what's up? Nice to see you. Deprive, hello as well. Ellie the Pretty Gator, welcome along. Nice to see you. Buck, a little bit late. We are going to go for a little bit longer. But we've made a decent chunk of progress in the field, which is nice. It's good to get this all done. Should have brought the fuel trailer over actually too. Never too late though. Always nice to have new people coming and going from chat and from stream, and even if you can only hang out for a few minutes, I appreciate you all stopping in. Yeah, Rob, you'll need to get an invite to Maddie's Discord, which I'm pretty sure she's put one on FSG's Discord. If you can find it, and that will be the best way to get that classifieds. Thank you, Ali. Yep, saying it's courtesy of the Quiet Hitman. There's some on the seatbacks as well. And just in time to get the 9500 emptied. We would have fallen a long way behind if we tried to go down and sell that load, so certainly the right decision just to go up to the farm, put it in the silos. Thank you, Legion. Yes, if you're enjoying the stream and the content, appreciate the likes on the video. Always helps YouTube recommend my content far and wide. And if you're new to the channel and you're enjoying, please appreciate if you take the moment just to click on that subscribe button. There you go, Rob. We'll keep that on the down low that Mark shared it in here. It's just between us. You make cool media for your 2D animated lorries. Nice, Ali. I think I've seen some of your images in Farm Some Guys Discord and the media share, video share, the one you want to call it. Alright, so we're certainly not going to get this finished. I think we're going to run out of, not quite run out of daylight, but certainly going to run out of time to get it all finished. Demont McHale, where do you get the map? It looks so good. First stream I caught. Welcome along. Thanks for joining in to your first ever Argsy Gaming live stream. This map is, I was going to say, where's the John Deere gone? He's starting a new land. This map is No Creek Farms. It was originally by No Creek Farms, the modder, and that in 17, and then MRG has converted it to 19. So I think there should be a link. I'm not actually sure if there is a link in the description, but MRG's, all his maps are on Mod Network. So if you go to modnetwork.com and just search for MRG, or he might actually be under Michael on there, I believe. But if you jump in there and have a look, you should be able to find it. But it is a nice map. I've spent a long time on it actually. This is technically episode number 60, and I think our first one was in December last year, so been a lot of fun. I've really enjoyed it. You tried that 5-section, Andrew? Nice. Yeah, it's a good mod, eh? Having that extra width. No worries, Demont. One in particular is based off FedEx called Easy Express. Nice. So hope everyone is doing well, enjoying the last few hours of your weekends. Be nice to be able to bring you 2 streams this weekend. As I was saying earlier, we were with the Farm Sim guy on West Texas last night, so we're recording our episode for this week. So that will be coming to you at its usual time. What's that? About 15 minutes. But we were chatting, and we are going to try and put something together for from the field, like we were talking about yesterday, for later in the week, to coincide with the live stream of the map reveal for the Mediterranean map, which I think is on Friday the 27th, which is this Friday. So not quite sure what form that will take, whether we'll do something like we did after FarmCon, where we'll just chat about what information Giants have released, what little tidbits we might have picked up from what they show on the map, and just generally chew the fat about FS22. Thank you, Mark. There you go. He's shared the map in Mod Network. There's the updated version. That's an updated version someone else did, didn't they? I know I'm not even playing on the most recent version MRG's done. I couldn't bring myself to make a new game save or try and transfer it, and I've had no issues with anything on here. The only thing I'd comment on is the floors in the shed can be a little bit tricky with things falling through them. I think there's something wrong there with the collision. I've lost a few bags of fertilizer and seed underneath the floor, and the spill plane for the animal barn, the dairy barn, is below the floor, so that's why I use the broom, because it seems to have a good radius and pick everything up. Teenage astronauts asking for any 4 times or bigger map recommendations. You go, Arctic's come through with Oklahoma by DJ Modding. Plenty out there at the moment, mate. I'd throw Lincoln Creek in there. What else is there? Peace River for something a little bit bigger. Trying to think. Depends what you want to play. Of course, there's certainly plenty of options out there. Obviously, West Texas is still there. Red Dirt County, which I'm enjoying. Go back to some of the older ones. Hazard County, which Farm Sim Guy did his tour on a while ago. What am I going to do for this track? Combine. He's going to be full before he gets back, I think. So we're going to have to go all the way down and back. When will the next Western Australia episode be? I love that series. Hopefully later this week if I can get it recorded and edited in time. That's the plan. I just need to find the time to do it. So there won't be a No Creek Farms episode tomorrow. This live stream is instead of that. So our next video will be West Texas on Tuesday night. One growing in the basement of the shed. That's the cash crop. Arctic. Yeah, Susquehanna River Valley is another good suggestion there. Rob needs some good semis. Any of those handy. Looking for a European style map because I have lots of big field maps. Okay. Holmwold would be the best 4 times European that I'm aware of. Haven't actually seen a whole heap myself. There's a new one actually, and I don't know if it's a 4 times or not. ALHA, which I've seen released on. I've actually downloaded it. Seen it released on a couple of Facebook pages. I think it's called ALHA. This is just a 2 times, well 1 times. Sorry, 2x2, 1x. Standard map size. So not a huge map. Sorry, checking our carts weren't crashing. But still a good size for this map, for this playstyle. It's with the 1 sell point. A green crash crop. Mushrooms. Tomatoes. Tomatoes Arctic. I think our headers must be getting damaged again. A quick look at those because that seemed to be slowing down a little bit. Where are they? There they go. Seed. Let's check the combines while we're here. Need a little bit of maintenance. Rob's, you're enjoying Marksville and it's not a big fields map. Marksville's a great, I mean, that was a great map. Depending on the size of the equipment, as long as you scale your equipment to the field sizes, you can make a map feel big or small. Like if I was running this with an X9, for example, it'd feel tiny because you'd do it in such a quick pass, you wouldn't have to be emptying out all the time. Everything would just get done really quickly, same as if you had like a DB60 planter or some of those things. You know, the map would feel small because of the size of the equipment. So as long as you scale the equipment to the size of the map you're playing, I think any map can feel big or small. Just depends what you want, how you want to play it. Demont, you found No Creek on your computer. There you go. Already had it. You must be like everyone else here who gets a new map and downloads it. Speaking of new things, when I logged in this morning and was starting things up, I was just browsing Facebook and I see the John Deere 9R, which Stephen from Custom Modding, who's no longer an official part of Custom Modding, but one of his first mods, he's re-released that. All updated, and that was there to download this morning. So if you're looking for a nice 9R, I think it's a 2012 to 2014 model. Can't remember exactly what he said he'd done. I do know he'd said about putting LSWs as a tyre option on it. So go and see if you can find that in Custom Modding's Facebook group. I'll see if I can put a link to it in the mod links on Discord. Is Rocky Fields on Mod Hub? No, it is not on Mod Hub Arctic. It is a only available through Thundar's Discord. Rob is using an X9 on Marksville. You'd be chewing through those fields then, Rob. Yeah, thank you, Rob. PlayStation controller. Fuck. So neither. I use the keyboard for a lot of the commands, shortcuts and things, but everything else is done on the controller. It's one less USB cord I need plugged in. With everything else going on, there's plenty of those. Alright, there we are, just about full again. It's been 2 hours driving a grain cart. Doesn't feel like it. So I realise we are quite close to getting this finished, but I am going to have to wrap things up pretty soon. That's actually a cool idea too, Hendrik. Option of signing a contract with dealers on a specific brand in FS22 that offer you demo equipment and so on. It is a very interesting concept. Even just having a demo where you could get some equipment on, you know, a 2-hour demo, but to actually be affiliated with the manufacturer or something. And you're only allowed 2 bits of equipment per season or something like that. That'd be pretty cool. Right, we are full. Well, you're going to get turned out of there before the combine turns, just in time. Don't want to lose any more tyres. Arctic's getting sore arms from having to jack this tractor up all the time. No worries, Demont. Nice of you to stop in and say hi and hang out. And thank you for taking the time. Appreciate that. So we'll get this emptied out into the truck. Not sure if it's quite going to fill us up. Not quite. But I think you all know what we'll be doing in the next episode. Actually, it will fill us up. We'll get this filled up and we'll run the truck back up to the farm and we'll call it quits there, I think. You're still using two 410 John Deeres on wheels and a tractor 410 for the plough because it pulls faster than the wheel version. Nice. Farmer Bruce, good afternoon. Hope you are having a wonderful Wednesday. Thanks for stopping in, saying hi. Welcome along. We'll put the cover back on that. We'll turn that tractor off and leave the combines going. We need to get that gleaner refueled as well. There we go. There's the truck full again. So we'll haul this up and get it put in the silos. Farmson Freak, great to see you as well. Welcome along. Your equipment's bigger than the map, Rob. Oh, we used some pretty. We got a bit adventurous on there with the quad track. Or no, the Steigers. Sorry, with the one of them was actually a quad track, but we used the Steigers with the Easy Riser planters. Got through things pretty quick with some of those, and then other times we had those small mowers and spent a whole episode just working in one field with grass. All the silage, we had that small New Holland chopper, and one we were actually using on this map. .5 meter plough. So that's not too big. Go down a bit before we go over there. Pick the right bunker, hopper. There we go. Getting that emptied out too. How much have we got up in the... This is our second load, so we'll have 3,500 bushels once we're done here. Oops, that stopped. That stopped moving there. Frustrating sometimes this auger. Something's got a little bit out of whack. Yeah. Doesn't sit the tractor very well at all. Disconnect it again, it should work. Sometimes I just need to connect the tractor for it to operate. There we go. Still going again. Going up the top. Yep, you can actually see it this time. Get pulled forward, get it over the trigger. Go. Start offloading that one too. Right, and we'll leave that to do its thing. And like I said, we'll wrap things up there. So, thank you everyone for joining. It's been a pleasure to spend some time on No Creek Farms with you all. Yeah, like I said, that is not what I expected to read, but have fun doing it. JD 670 to 6.5 meters. Oh, you sound like you've got a good setup there, Rob, anyhow. Very good. Farmer Bruce, I've recently been bringing your No Creek series, so it's... I'm binging your No Creek series, so it's cool to catch a live stream. Oh, great to have you here, mate. Hope I haven't spoiled anything with catching it here live, but nice to hear. Still taking 3 days to plough, lime and seed the 4 starter fields and get the first 2 crops off. Well, that's right. Like I said, play how you want to play. Only real big thing you use is the X9. All good. Alright, well there we go. Both combines need emptying again. So, have to get down and do that. Joey the Redneck, hello. How you doing? Nice to see you. Arctic, you turned me into harvesting corn. Darn you, boy. Oh, Joey, thoughts with you, my friend. I'm sorry to hear that. That is not a very pleasant thing to be going through. So, thoughts are with you and with your wife. Right. Well, thank you everyone for watching. Do hope you've enjoyed spending some time on No Creek Farms. Looks like we've got a glitchy little auger there because I'm assuming it's all emptied. But we'll catch you all again later in the week with Farm Sim Guy, hopefully. Keep an eye out for the notifications, and otherwise West Texas and back to Western Australia. So it's the series of Wests this week, and then we'll be back to Spectacle Island as well. So plenty happening, lots going on. Thank you everyone for watching. Hope you have enjoyed that, and we'll catch you in the next one.